Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And here's a little quickie for you guys as we prepare for Week 5's episode of The Bachelor tonight. Rachel's ex has left a nice little Instagram story following last week's one-on-one. My lawyer is going to be busy with a rose emoji. Is your lawyer prepping for tax season? I don't understand. I don't get it whatsoever. We have to go over defamation law to see what this guy's talking about. You know, I can sort of empathize with people when it comes to like someone shares their sob story on the show, because for anyone who knows that person, they know who the ex is. Now, we don't know this guy's name. It doesn't matter. But in their little community, she described her ex as unsupportive. Essentially, that's all she really said about him. And he's like, hold on a second. Unsupportive? How about I support you with the weight of my power attorney? Well, I don't think he's got Brian Friedman. Chances are he's got some, one of those ambulance chasers out there. But either way, my lawyer is going to be busy is the funny. My dad could beat up your dad. You ever have one of those? Oh, yeah? Well, my dad could sue your dad into oblivion. Oh, yeah? Well, my dad drives a, it's like, what are we doing? We're 20. What are we doing? All right. So I'll read some of the comments that were left here from people kind of describing what this situation is all about. Someone said, anytime an ex reacts like this, I assume they were actually a much worse partner than the contestant described them to be. It's kind of like Tayshia's ex. Remember, Tayshia's ex went on Reality Steve's podcast to try to explain himself because Tayshia said her ex cheated on her and all these other things. And the more Tayshia's ex explained himself, the more you were like, yeah, this guy kind of does sound like an idiot. You know what I mean? In these situations, I know everyone wants to have their story told, but it's probably best just to move on. Someone said, my friend went to Ohio University and was in Rachel's sorority, Chi Omega. She didn't know Rachel, but said she was nice and quiet. My friend's sister was closer in age with Rachel and is Instagram friends with her ex. He posted this after the episode aired last week. I was told to cross out his username. He does have old pictures of Rachel on his Insta. All right, I mean, we have no real desire to see the username, but there they are. I've got the wrong, look, I got a Kyle Kalinske video pulled up. Hold on a second. Getting my news. How do I get rid of this? Hold on a second, folks. So yeah, we've got little technical difficulty there. We've got the last week's episode where Rachel had a great bond with Clayton. I mean, all things were going well, but as we know, as these dates go, they share about their past dates. I'm looking for the one, and clearly no relation works out until it does, right? No relationship's perfect, because they always end because of differences and people are on different journeys and paths, and maybe the guy's not that bad. Who knows? But either way, defamation lawsuit. Now, this probably differs state to state. I couldn't know for sure. To make your best defamation case, you'll need to be able to back up your claims with the right evidence. So if you think someone has defamed you, you need to prove that. Types of evidence that you might need. So this will be good for the ex here, which of course he's not going to have any of this evidence. In any kind of civil lawsuit, the purpose of evidence is to persuade the trier of fact. In a defamation trial, that's usually a jury, that a fact or issue of the case is or is not established. Evidence can either be direct or circumstantial. Direct evidence means that the evidence supports the disputed fact without the need for any intervening interference. So this would be if Rachel said, my ex tried to kill me, and his name is John Smith. If she labels him by name and says something that's factually not true, I guess the evidence he would need, and that would actually still be hard to prove defamation because it would be sort of her word versus his. I don't see that there'd be direct evidence there unless he had sort of a deposition of her saying he didn't try to kill me. Does that make sense? I'm not a lawyer. First of all, don't listen to me. Circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence, on the other hand, consists of a fact or series of facts that have indirectly prove another fact. Circumstantial evidence is the most common form of evidence. In a defamation case, an example of circumstantial evidence would be proof that the defendant is a domain name owner of a website where a defamatory statement was posted. Okay, that's not where we're going with this. So anyway, look, I mean, it's just, we're just killing time here. There's obviously nothing that, no part of this is going to be taken to a lawsuit, but hey, anybody can file a lawsuit. It doesn't mean he would win it. Could he file a lawsuit claiming Rachel of defaming him? I believe he could, but he would be wasting people's time and money, including his own, because he wouldn't have a case there. So chances are a lawyer might not want to pick that up. But I'd love to know what you guys think. I mean, the show has gotten so interesting to me because we see so many instances of things that aren't happening on the show play out with social media. I think Game of Roses calls this parasocial. Is that what they call it? Just the idea that like the cage match is The Bachelor, and then the fights that are spilling out into the audience are situations like this, which I personally love. They're really funny. This guy didn't sign any contract, so he's allowed to talk all he wants. Go ahead. Let us know why your lawyer needs to be busy. Our DMs are open. We'd love to hear from you at DNeals. If anyone wants to check out any extra content, I've got the Patreon up, patreon.com/Dave Neal. And on the latest Patreon episode, today I just uploaded some backyard stand-up show I did in Hollywood. If you want, it's a fun time, nice 10-minute clip if you need a good laugh. I'd say it's rated R. We swear a little bit. It was a late-night show. What are you going to do? And you can follow me, Dave Neal's Community, on Facebook. And, of course, we have live streams happening 1 hour before tonight's episode. That's 7 p.m. East Coast. And then after the episode on 10 o'clock East Coast, we'll be live streaming right here on the channel. So make sure to hit subscribe, hit the alert bell, and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, everybody.